Tasks is a management system built directly into Gmail and Calendar. You can use it as a to-do list and also to keep track of emails you need to take action upon. To access your task list, go to the left-hand side to the drop-down arrow beside Mail and select Tasks. Notice your list will populate on the right-hand side of your screen. To add a new item, click in the box and then type in the item and select Enter. You can edit your task. For instance, you can put a due date on a task. So let's go to this top one, and I'm going to select the arrow to the side, and I'm going to put a due date on this task because I want to contact Billy's mom on his progress by this Friday. So I'm going to make the due date on the 26th, and on the notes I'll put call mom about ELA progress, and then select Enter. I can go back to the list, and now notice that I have a due date of January the 26th, and I also have some notes that I entered into this task. Once a task is completed, I'm going to select the box, and notice it draws a line through the tasks. The actions in the bottom, I can sort my tasks by due date. Going back to the actions, I can clear completed tasks, so that's going to take the one off that I just drew the line through. And then it shows me the tasks that I still need to complete. A great feature in email is the ability to create a task from within an email itself. Let's look at this top email. I'm going to go to the More and drop down to Add to Tasks. What this is going to do, it's going to take this email and it's going to create a to-do item in my task list. So it takes the title line from the email and pops it into the task list, and then it also will refer to the email from which this was created. This is helpful as you are working through your to-do list to be able to refer back to an original email for details. You can create a number of tasks lists. Go to the icon on the right and select New List, and then just give it a name. And notice I have my ELA PLC task list. Now the only downside to this, you can only see one task list at a time. So you'd have to toggle back and forth between tasks lists. Tasks lists are also integrated into Google Calendar. So let's take a look at the calendar interface. And this defaults to reminders. And in order to see our tasks list, we're going to toggle from reminders and we're going to switch it to tasks. And then the tasks will populate on the right-hand side. Notice these are the same tasks that were created in Gmail. We can also add to tasks from the calendar section. So I can create a task here, and if I go back to my inbox in Gmail, I'm going to just refresh my page, and notice the task that I just created from my calendar side populates here. And then I can mark that as complete. I can clear my completed tasks. And then I can go back to my calendar. I'm going to refresh this just to make sure that it does get the sync. And notice that the task that I had created here, that I cleared in my Gmail, is integrated here as well. Another important feature worth noting is when you create a due date in a task, that due date will populate on your calendar as well. So let's go back to the email side. I have a task with a due date of January the 26th. When I go into my calendar, notice that the due date populates on this as well. I'll put a due date on this task, and I'll make it for Tuesday the 31st. And notice when I create a due date here, it populates on the calendar. You can customize the color of the tasks that appear on your calendar. Go to the drop-down arrow and select a new color, and that will apply to all the tasks that have a due date. For more tutorials and videos, be sure and check the ICATS website.